Moving down the street took on a whole new meaning in August as one of the oldest homes in Kirkland moved down the block and around the corner.
The Trueblood House, which was located at 127 7th Avenue in Kirkland, made the precarious trip on August 17th. The effort to save the historic 1889 Victorian farmhouse has been almost a year in the making. The owners, Michelle and Timothy Currier, knew their growing family needed more space. They also recognized the historic significance of the house. They patiently waited to find a solution that could keep them on their current property while also preserving the home.
My daughter has had some health issues, so that played into some of our decisions to build a new structure. The cost of bringing something up to code and spec, is so exorbitant these days. We're very excited to see it moved and saved. I think the end result after all the trials and tribulations is a good one.
After learning about a possible demolition, the Nickel Brothers, a house moving company based out of Vancouver, British Columbia, came to the rescue. After meetings with the City and Public Works Department, they took the risk to finance the temporary relocation of the home. Of course, moving a home like this is always tricky, but these specialty movers know their business.
We really pride ourselves on saving historic homes whenever possible. We first learned about it about 8 months or 9 months ago, and we're trying to work on finding out ways to move it in the local Kirkland area. This is an amazing home. It's one of the most important homes on the endangered house list for Washington State. It was built in 1889, and it was built by Peter Kirk for one of his workers. It became a doctor's house in the early 20th century, and therefore became known as the Trueblood House. The house has been something that's been very important to the city of Kirkland to save, and in fact, they had tried to work on saving it as long as about a year ago.
The city's planning and building department was involved from the beginning. Angela Ruggieri, a senior planner for Kirkland, works with historical properties, and she was determined to save the house from demolition.
I'm proud. I'm proud of the city for doing this. It's not just me. It's all the departments got together to make this happen, and I'm very proud that we could save this part of Kirkland.
This isn't the only time the Nickel Brothers worked with the city. Kirkland's Heritage Hall was relocated by the company in 1999. It is never an easy process.
Moving a house is a matter of putting beams underneath it and then using a unified hydraulic jacking system to jack the house up almost like an even platform. And once the house is up on the beams, we put large dolly wheels in the rear of the house that almost look like airplane wheels. And in the front, we hook up a truck, which then pulls it down the road. Most people don't think of houses as being very mobile, but it's actually a really wonderful way to be able to preserve history as well as saving the environment. When you move a house, you are saving approximately 40 to 60 trees worth of lumber being kept out of a landfill. And that roughly translates to about 100 years of recycling paper in a person's life. So you can get all your recycling karma in one fell swoop by saving a house.
What happens next with the house depends on the lucky buyer. For now, this little piece of Kirkland's history sits comfortably in the church parking lot, waiting for its next owner.